1 hour?
No, I gotta be up early in the morning.
Ah, okay, fine.
What's the situation?
He's gonna talk to her. I said like, I can't be the one that comes and is the consoling one, because that removes the. I need to be the one that comes in with the stick. You know what I mean? It's just how it's got to be. So he's gonna come in.
Okay. I'll fire him right now.
Jesus Christ.
It's termination season. I meant to give you an update on McAllister.
Oh, yeah.
Cassie and I talked a little bit.
Yeah.
She thinks, based on Jenna's own admission, that the situation at the prison was primarily Jenna. I'm going to just go to Jenna and talk to her myself before making a move on the McAllister situation because I want comms to be clear. Hey, Helios, what's up? What's the property? You said it was Jamestown? Fudge, Grove, Scipio. Yeah, it's unlocked. Oh yeah, easily. It won't be necessary. I'll just have someone go and unlock all your vehicles. It'll be fine. No worries. Thank you.
Sorry.
No, you're all good.
Wait, she said it was, you should talk to Jenna, because that's actually a surprising statement, because it was very obviously Jenna was overridden, and Jenna was like, this is a Marshall thing, and I thought he was wrong, but he was so confident in what he was saying, I followed his directive.
Yeah, that's
and I believe Jenna. Yeah, you should chat with her.
I don't want to make any moves on McAllister until I have some confirmation from Mustard that it was actually her idea, because apparently it ended up. Wait, Cassie thinks that McAllister ended up being a scapegoat.
Huh?
But, yeah, so I went in just to speak with Jenna herself.
What? Wait, but McAllister agreed.
Hello, Daphne Malone.
Am I misremembering, chat?
Hello, Daphne Malone. I am on a pretty important drive having a meeting. What are you doing?
Wait, am I misremembering? Didn't Jenna tell us, and then McAllister acknowledged that's what happened?
Sign off, and once I get a sign off that you can ride along, then I will pick you up, or I'll just go off duty. Okay, send me pictures. Oh, I thought you meant like right now. Yeah. Okay. Sounds good. Oh, no, that's fine. And if I'm off duty, I got 2 separate outfits that make me look not like myself. So either, depending on if I get a sign off to let you join him up. So. Let me see what I can do. Okay, I'll call you after the meeting. Bye. That was Daphne Malone.
You know she's hitting on me too, right?
I don't really care who she hits on.
She made a song with my name in it.
She comes home with me, Brian.
Okay.
really
I'm
care
not
what she
competing.
does.
I'm not. Hey, hold on. I'm just giving you a heads up. You know what I'm saying? Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get it where I get it, bro.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Martial life is lonely, man.
So I'm a little
surprised and taken aback. If that's actually what happened with Jenna, then yes, I'm a little surprised too.
Yeah, because
But-
Jenna said that she was following through, like, because we didn't even, when we spoke to Jenna, we did not elicit a response. We said, tell us what happened. I'd recommend also verifying with Veronica Mars, who is there, as she heard it as well. And Jenna said, da, 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 and then McAllister said, this is how we do it in DOC, da, 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 da. So she like relented to it, not only because she got confused and was like, maybe I'm wrong, but also because he's a marshal and technically he has jurisdiction over the rest of them. Now, McAllister also verified that recount as he explained that's how things used to be in DOC in 2024. That was his explanation. So I don't know. Okay. Yeah, I think you're doing the right thing by going back and verifying it all.
I'm probably being overly careful, but the reality is I mean, that's just, I try to be thorough, and now I have the time to do that. I'm going to dedicate the time to do that.
Yeah.
It just might take me a couple days to get in the swing of
Does he
things.
know that he's in trouble?
No, I wasn't able to speak to him yesterday.
Understood.
My plan is to try to talk to him if he's on duty later tonight. So. I'm going to go off duty for a couple hours for dinner and just to rest and decompress later tonight. Probably shortly around or after you do. And then I'm going to go back on duty and have a conversation with him. So. So what's the deal with this pier thing? The book that we found with Brandon. So they're going into the pier and trying to hack into MRPD for what though?
We have no idea because we responded to suspicious suspicious activity call or something like that, or like tampering with electronics. I don't remember the specific. It's the same call we would get when someone was fucking around with satellite dishes with the faceless. It turned into a chase with the initial two people, and from the onset, it was just dog-ass comms. I still don't even know if, when I said to detain them, if we did. Because I have a feeling we didn't, but I wasn't close enough because too much time elapsed before they started running. So I suspect, I can't say for sure, that we gave them a chance, right? Which a little too much of a chance, to be honest.
Probably.
And so we were in pursuit of one car, and then another set started following another car, and then another set followed another car, and now no one was actually and like people just kept coming back and like doing some hacking shit. Clearly different people because they're wearing different attire, because I saw the first two. But so I made the call because the comms and everything were so bad that one set protect Mission Row PD from whatever they're doing, and only one chase at a time, right? Because it was like no one was locked in, so we needed to handle it more locked in. Now, when that call happened up in Bolingbrook, we initially said send 2-3 units, and obviously some folks, like I think you were at the hospital, for example, like understandably those that were doing something else understood, but we had half of our police force on this silently detach and go to prison. So we have no idea what occurred. We think it might have been a hack into the ATC.
Cassie did tell me that,
Yeah. But it was a very underwhelming, hyper not locked in, oh, shoot out at prison, let's VCB back 10-8, 76, 13 alpha situation.
Right.
And mind you, this hasn't been the only one. It's been happening so much. Holy fuck. The more I talk about it, the more I'm like, it's time to just call it a season. PD wants to die.
It's a lot happening all at once, and not many people are built for the most. I mean, let's be real, right? Most of the PD, while we do handle a lot of high stress situations, and we are closer to being a military prior to this incursion and martial law, the local police force is more designed to be more like a police force, but an Americanized police force where we're expected to carry class 2s near us all the time.
Yeah.
But not many people, I think, have the stamina or constitution to be able to handle that. And so now that it's constant day in, and it's now essentially where we've moved to more of a private military, rather like it's more of exactly Homeland Security or an army. A lot of these officers aren't built for this kind of continued fight.
You're being way too generous. Holy fuck.
I'm trying to be kind.
No, they're fucking, these people have already quit the PD. They're coming in for a damn paycheck. Because replace Faceless with Dante Rivers got murdered, thrown out of a plane, and people VCB 10-8'd while we were actively in pursuit of the killers.
That is crazy.
The moment, like, we had, I kid you not, 10 units on the call, and they all claimed they didn't know what was happening.
There's no way someone didn't know what was happening.
No, I'm saying, yeah, that's it. And I'm like, this is fucking, like, hand your badge in, motherfucker. I actually made an announcement this morning. I'm like, I'm gonna start, like, this is a high command thing. I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to, or if I've got the time. Start body cam reviewing motherfuckers, you know? Because listen, world could end in a month, 2 months, or whatever, but all the cops that are trying are getting burnt out because of the dead weight.
Correct.
And it's, you know, if you want to take vacation while on duty, that ain't happening.
No, take a vacation.
Then take a vacation, exactly. Because the side effect that we're seeing is like Zhang and Cassie, even there was the prison break with Hassan, and they tell me they were doing all the processing. I'm like, Zhang, you got a murder case, you got all this other stuff. Like, you can't do it. He's gonna get cooked. And they're like, but no one else is doing it. I'm like, Cassie, like, tell someone else to do it. We have Shift 2 Homeland for a reason, right?
The beach, my sister's.
So
what was that? My sister slept with something.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't know. It's leading to us doing a lot of half-assed work on some very serious shit. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And but you know. But anyways.
But what's the solution? Because we have a problem, but what's the solution? Like,
I think I need to just, like, I don't know. The solution is the Faceless.
But we can't give in to them. We have to fight until we cannot fight anymore.
I agree. You know, the Faceless are the best litmus test.
What do you mean?
If you're not dedicated and focused and recognizing of the threat that is in front of us, then you are have no place in the PD in the future, in my opinion. And I say this because we are handed the most exhilarating things on a silver platter, and if that doesn't excite you, you ain't gonna be excited if in the any time near future, because this is like peak, like PD material that we're dealing with.
It is. It can be.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if people are more scared to deal with it. Like it's like they're not.
No. Scaredness
There
can't
has to
make
be
you
a-
silently detach.
I mean, what's? I don't know a solution though, because we have to find one. At least try. Like,
Yeah, that's why.
outside of termination.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna probably terminate a couple people and then see who's patterned. That's kind of where my mind is at. Hey, silently detaching on this case, on this case, and this case. Have a good one. I hate to say it, that's quite literally how you send messages, right?
That's heartbreaking.
Why?
Because
They got paid for free for
because-
the past couple weeks.
It's heartbreaking because if that ends up being the case and it's officers that I know that have done good work and they are no longer good work but they are dead weight, then it's depressing and sad because they were good officers, you know?
Wait, who are we
I don't know.
talking about? I
I
don't
don't
know.
know. I'm just saying in general.
Oh, in general, they probably weren't.
Yeah.
No. They probably weren't.
Hey, McLeod. Are you able to speak to Springfield or Wayne on the matter? Yep, use chain of command. Thank you. I'm hoping that there aren't good officers that are cut. That's all. Or officers that are dead weight who used to be good officers. We'll see. If it ends up being necessary, it ends up being necessary. Who do you think's going to win the election, by the way? Because I saw Carmine's platform yesterday, and he just wants to try to get rid of the marshals.
It's
which
a
is
good.
funny.
He's making a smart move. You know what I mean?
You think so?
Yeah, I'm the damn devil. Like, listen, he's. You know, I've become the main character, not by my own. Like somehow, you know what I mean? I kind of like
live
it.
rent free. We both live rent free directly.
I just, my existence just puts me at the fucking, you know, on the front cover. Like,
I like being the main character, Brian Knight. I'm texting Frank and Nora right now.
oh my God. I mean, you know what's crazy with the Carmine thing? I literally didn't even prosecute it. The only, my
No.
only relationship with the Pred, Carmine, and Bobby was I filled in for the interrogation because Dark couldn't come in.
You know what's crazy about all of that is everyone that I've talked to or I've seen on Twitter continue to think that you are directing me to do this. You just say, hey, here's a report, and then I just get unleashed and then I handle things.
I mean,
Like, you don't do anything.
it's projection, right? You have to understand that. I think because a lot of criminals and cop crims, you know, like cops that act like crims,
Yes.
know what they imagine they would do if they were in this position, and so naturally presume I am doing those things. And any normal reasoned is just out the window.
Not wrong.
I mean, it's the same that's being said with all the snitch talk. Like, I'll tell you right now, I've been in touch with the besties, with the League of Evil. This one keep hyper close. Hydra is thinking about defecting from the faceless. Yes.
What?
Yes.
What?
Because they don't fuck with it. They're like, what the fuck is this? Like, what do you mean kill everyone? Now, they
we
haven't
talked to-
decided.
No, continue.
This is like me and Flippy only. I haven't told anyone else. This is a
Oh,
we don't
you have
approach.
met with him a few times.
I've met
Right.
with Flippy directly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so he clearly wants it very hush hush. this is part of why I get agitated with these fuck ups like Vale did or Flores did, because the messaging to them is PD can't be trusted with our lives, even when it matters, right? Whether or not intentionally done or not, right? That is how they're going to read it. But so now here's the kicker, right?
Yeah.
The only people that knew I spoke with the besties vaguely was Nikki Khan and Snow.
Okay.
I met alone so that rumors wouldn't start, and apparently they still
Paper
do.
and Petrov, go for Sparks. As soon as the fire marshal or someone from EMS regarding that has deemed it safe enough for civilian populace, we can remove the barriers. So if you want to get a hold of Anthony to see if it's good for Sheng to go into inside of his building, that's up to him. Right now, because it's a business, I wanted to secure it to ensure the safety and civility of people going in. So if the fire marshal deems it safe for the owner to go into his casino, then he can go. 19. Negative is for safety because it was a massive fire. No worries. Shang was asking if his
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
So even before we even got to the point to see if the besties would be willing to, now mind you, the context of these conversations was if they invade, right?
Sure.
I think
right.
this was like even before the water treatment stuff and like utilizing them at prison and all that.
Right. Right.
So we had people to pull from if the time came. In the second conversation, before they even told me what they were thinking, they were getting asked if they work for the feds.
Okay.
Yeah, insanity, right? You'll see the article about, you know, like these truth articles. It's all rumor mill shit, right? Someone says something, and they publish it out, right? Where were we going with this? Because I lost my train of thought after the.
I completely forgot it. We were talking about Hydra and then Flippy and then Vale about releasing. It's like we're not sure if any of them would even want to be deputized to sit there and assist with. Oh, we were talking about solutions to the firing on zero cylinders thing with PD not caring about their jobs essentially.
Oh yeah. So like we got all these people that are just like down to get down, and then we got PD and they're just completely oblivious. It's like the rest of the city knows it's burning down, but somehow PD doesn't feel it. That's the best way I can put it. Like we've accepted it, just like we've accepted it less than these other groups, and it's insane.
It is with okay.
Oh no. I know why I brought it up. It's because Brian bad, you're bad. So there's articles out there that like literally twatter all day is like, these guys work for Brian. These guys work for Brian. Have you seen the truth articles?
I have read it. Yes, it's fucking crazy.
All of them?
I've only seen the one that has like you on the front, then it lists a bunch of snitches and blah 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 without any verified sources.
Yeah.
I know there's supposed to be a second one. I haven't seen the second one.
I think there's 3. There's one that calls out Forehead, that says Forehead has been attacking people on behalf of the marshals and he's deputized. Something to that effect. Actually, I think there might be 4. The 4th one also goes into detail saying that we are deputizing all these people and sending them at Faceless. There's another one that alleges that I brought Andre to a black site and tortured him. Do you know what happened to Andre? Like, have you seen? He's like a fried omelet now.
I have not seen Andre. I've only heard what is on Twitter, and I haven't had time to really look into it. So
it has there's another one on Luciano DiCenzo. There's another one on Clark Mason. Where I was driving all this is it's people are finding a nail, right, and keeping on that nail. Case in point, the whole snitching thing that led to Dante getting flagged on Twitter over rumors by 3POS leading to his murder.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy.
And today, Wesley Brown, search Wesley Brown.
Okay.
Look what he twats out.
Wesley, there's a lot. He retweeted the burning building.
Yeah.
He's a bunch of retweets. I need a fresh butt plug. Mine's broken about Carmella. Michael Knox, every gun you've ever used is because of the faceless. Interesting. Oh, I remember this because you spotted a camera picture. I remember now.
I was like, hey, these motherfuckers out here like dying on this hill of like, A, marshals are corrupt. B, oh my God, these snitches. Yeah, this motherfucker out, like the gang that went around calling motherfuckers snitches and putting out hits. Is twatting out snitch shit. Like, what the fuck? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how you gonna let that pass, but you want some shit for what? Like, I don't know. I'm just...
And it seems to be a lot of different organizations fighting against this because none of it makes any sense. Like, what's the end goal for them? I mean, maybe they're all just a bunch of liars. They're a private military group hired by the investors to retake San Andreas for some reason? ? Like, why not just drain the accounts at that point and then make people remove people from the island?
Yeah.
The violence is unnecessary. Like, unless they're trying to be like, if you follow us, we'll help. Like, why this intermittent attack? Why not just take the whole thing by one fell swoop? Do a fucking Berlin. Take Berlin if they really think that this is a situation that needs it.
Anyways, yeah. Anything else we gotta? Go ahead.
No, go ahead, sir.
I was just gonna say, anything else we haven't chatted about? Like, there's just a lot going on. I don't know what the solution is.
Did you want me to tell you about my discussion with Lucian Varthus after the
Sure,
situation?
yeah, I'd love to. 2 seconds.
We can go to the oil fields then. Yeah.
Hey, Riker.
Hey, I mean, she understands completely.
Okay.
Message received.
Pretty sure it's
all right.
As far as I can tell, she was just missing context about the Flores incident, etc.
Yeah.
Which I've now given her. I don't have any concerns about anything like that happening again. At least with her, she's been sat in Red Garage for an hour. None of them are responding to either her or any of us.
I'd be surprised if they're around right now.
Yeah, they're gone. Their numbers are on the lemon list.
I did text her and say try to reach out to them tomorrow.
Okay.
For me, functionally speaking, it's the difference between, whether they do their own shit or we can rely on them in the future, and we've absolutely needed to.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, she understands that.
All right. Good. I appreciate it, Riker.
So she don't because her understanding was that she's not allowed to go and do anything else until she's got this result.
That is correct. Yes.
Okay. She can't go back out on duty because they're no longer around right now.
I think today she can, but she's got to do that first thing in the morning. You know what I mean?
Okay, understood.
Yeah, like this is a absolute priority, because the ramifications of that action is pretty huge. But it's not even the ramification of that. I want to re-underline. You don't need to be told explicitly. It is our job, especially as marshals, to be able to, it should have been pretty pat and clear why that shouldn't have happened.
Yeah.
So
I mean, you know, that was, you know, you got that message across. It's all sorted.
easy.
Mommy and Daddy have spoken to her, I
All
guess.
right. Good.
So I'll just make sure she knows to reach out to them tomorrow to
Okay.
get it sorted as
Easy. All right.
as soon as she wakes up, I guess.
I appreciate that.
All right, go beans.
All right. Easy. Bye. Okay. I'm good.
I think it's actually behind us.
Oh.
So the day of the massive hack, when it came to like us chasing Bear down, et cetera, when they got the stuff, I think it's here. I got a text from Lucian Barthos. He said, come alone, and he sent me a ping. I advised the marshals on duty because you were off duty at the time. To watch my blood. I went in UC and met with them. Essentially, it boiled down to an esoteric conversation on how we are similar but different. Similar to our conversation you and I have had with the faceless. Or about the faceless, rather. And how we agree that the state needs help, that they need... Yeah, it was over here. He pinged me here. We stood on top of that building where that yellow ladder goes to. And we were kind of overlooking the state. And so it became this esoteric conversation where him and I were essentially discussing those methods. And I asked him about it and, you know, why he shot Blunt, like why all of these things. And the shot apparently was a terrible lapse of judgment. Because they're not normally violent. And I asked him about the information. We stood right here. Barthos and I were just looking out in the city.
Okay.
So we basically had that conversation on how, like, I disagreed with a lot of his methods and how, you know, he could have worked with us from the beginning. You know, if there was something that needed to be brought up or if you had information. And it was one of those things where even still now they don't trust us. But there are a few of us that they trust enough. And that conversation just kind of circled for about an hour. I asked him specifically about the Archivists and what their intentions are now. And he said that, for the most part, there will always be an Archivist in San Andreas. But they have no intention of being active, that they'll just monitor and see where this goes with the faceless investors and things like that. And the data that they stole was in the process of being moved off-site and scattered amongst a few different archivists. So there's no way we'd be able to pull it back even if we wanted to. And he didn't make me any promises, but if we can get a hold of the data that they stole, he was going to try to send it my way.
Oh.
But he has to act and ask the people who had originally requested it and talk to the other members to see if that was approved.
I lost... I think half the city's lost the plot, if I'm going to be honest. I don't think there is a plot. There is only death. There is only destruction. I think it's been rather obvious for the past year. That's why I took on this position to begin with. I am often reminded where PD was a year ago. More than a year ago now, when I was a captain of the BCSO. We would often Respond to faceless calls and do nothing with it. We, the PD, allowed this to happen, but not just the PD itself. I would argue the system, which includes the judiciary, refusing to draw the hard red lines needed. Don't get me wrong. Martial law has brought some level of assistance, but look how quickly the hand was shown only for it to be taken away. You know, I was initially told just to murk these people, right?
Fail asked that question today. Why don't we just shoot people and go up the ladder on the cranes?
And it's a good question. I'm waiting back to hear from Sean. That's kind of the intention and the ask of the judiciary is, hey, we want to make this a no-go zone for till Friday evening. And when I say no-go, it doesn't mean shoot on sight, but rather you need valid reason to be there, and there'd be overt escalation. If it looks like you're tinkering with something, you should not.
100%, right.
All said and done, I expect the response is going to be something akin to, oh, but what if they're just innocent people just like hanging out and erping? Like, you know, it's like, yeah, well, you fucking shoo them off, but you should be able to search this shit. It's a fucking port, right? Most ports, you can't just do that. Now, that having been said, the reason I lined all this up is we have been walking towards death for some time. We have been sprinting towards this inevitable for a long time. And if the archivist had been keeping up with the reports of ours that he may very much will have, he probably has seen the writing on the wall just as much as I and many others have. Shit's been doomed for a long time. And us having done our job when it comes to the faceless really comes down to this. Slowing them down long enough. And there will be no way to necessarily calculate this. But I suspect many more due to how much we were able to hold things back for so long now. Saved a few. Could we have stopped them fully? Yeah, but we were cooked the moment PD turned into whatever it did long before I came back. I hate to draw this comparison, but it's like and I hope this isn't offensive, but it's like metastasizing cancer. I use this reference not to say PD is cancer, but rather, you know, with cancer, once you have a couple, you know how you have like, it starts metastasizing. You can't just pluck it away, the cancer. No, you got to fucking cut a bunch of it off. But we've been plucking. And so the PD never truly healed. We just kept trying to patch it up. Sorry, I interrupted you.
No, it's fine. It was one of the first things I saw when I was a marshal many years ago. At the time, these ammunition crates started being dropped within the city. And it would happen... Where is that? It looks like he ejected. Can you go check on him, Baker, please? It looks like he may have ejected. They would not even really go to the scene. It's like they kind of handled the people with kid gloves the entire time. They basically were like, shoo, go away, don't hurt anybody, and then pick up some people, charge them with gang-related shooting, and move on. They wouldn't do this. They wouldn't do the full investigation, which gangs were going after what pick up the... There were times, Director, where there would be 20 to 30 cops on duty, and I was the only rookie. I broke SOPs, grabbed an officer, went and collected evidence, and documented everything so that there was proof that they were trafficking these weapons. and no one would do that. And that is just one example. I even to the point documented every officer on scene after I requested numerous 77s and no one responded. It has been that way for, God, 2 years at least, off and on. It's never gotten better.
We've gotten very. I feel like I know. And I'm going to tell you too. Now, mind you, I've been in this position often. 3 tsunamis ago, 2, and in other jurisdictions. There are 2 things that no longer happen, which to me are just the obvious. Actually, there's 3. One is overt alliance on pings, where the pings are just go-to activity. The second, which removes all sense of training. Everything you're taught gets thrown out the window the moment you respond to pings. Back in the day, we had like 1090s, like big calls. That's it. Now the dispatch cards tell you the entire story. So the notion of understanding RS and PC and even doing investigative work at the most principled levels is an unknown. So of course, if you're don't know how to do an investigative stop, you don't know how to watch to see what's going on in an area to detect a drug sale and move in from there with your eyes. That's the number 1. Number 2 is certain types of disciplinary action being resolved in front of the curtains. That is the worst. Like, and I'll give you an example. Today, the chief of police reminded everyone that we don't use our speakerphone and start cringe screaming at someone we're chasing. And he named an example of people calling out like numbers and colors to fuck with someone hacking.
Absolutely. What the fuck? Are you kidding me?
Yeah. And Voss goes, "Oh my God, that's hilarious. But we caught them, right?" Now, Voss is a dumb fuck, right? He's just clowning.
I mean, I don't think he's clowning, but
that's why. Well, I think. Well, I had to then say, you don't do cringe things like that, otherwise you wake up without keys. And then he's like, "Oh." But the reason I bring up that example is, we like, no one takes anything serious, right? Even punishments. So if someone comes in and says, "Hey, you got to say something before you shoot," or like, "Hey, we don't do that. That's considered cringe and you can lose your whitelist." Like, you know what I'm saying? like we got to find a way to say that in other ways around here, right? But because of that, a lot of those lines that used to be ones that you never cross do get crossed. And if there are no examples made, then everything's kosher. I don't know.
I've heard of stories, and you have to keep in mind, while my uncle lived here many years ago, I only moved to San Andreas permanently as of like a year or a year and a half, 2 years ago. And I've heard stories of people waiting months and months to get even an interview with the police department, let alone like in a position for training and academy and things like that.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily agree with that length of time, but I mean, was the PD any better when that happened?
Oh yeah, it was significantly more selective. Mind you, yes, it was significantly better. Since I've been back, the hiring process has been fill the numbers.
Welcome aboard, Flores.
But filling numbers, you can do it in a lazy way or you can do it in the right way. Then there's the other problem, and actually this was brought up by someone earlier today. They're like, we're not training new FT. Martha said this. It's like we have shit trained people training new shit cops who train new shit cops.
Right, makes sense. Because then it just kind of escalates, right? The shit flows down the hill.
Exactly. But for me, the biggest thing is care of what you're going to. I want to see most of these dispatch calls go away. I have always been a strong believer in that. I think reliance on a dispatch call makes you a bad cop.
I would agree with that for the most part. I think it's a handy understanding of a tool. It's a tool. I think people have just used it as a handicap. Because if I get a call from a dispatcher and they're saying, hey, there's an odd situation, there's people, holding weapons or something, I want to know that before going in. You know what I mean?
I don't necessarily disagree, but I think dispatch is too good. Like, I'll give you an example.
Okay.
It's less so that we got that. Anytime there's someone with a gun out, we get a call. Well, not always. But the let's take a look at dispatch. Fight in progress, officer down, fight in progress, like there's overabundance. And I don't ever remember this volume. And this is the volume like especially when, shit's really packed, it's just like bling, 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 bling. You take a look at your GPS and it's like fucking littered with fucking calls on it. You know what I mean? If someone has a gun, why can't I be doing patrol and notice the gun with my own eyes?
Sure.
Right? And that innately, because I am patrolling, from the onset, I've already built up the establishment of why I'm there and why I'm not going to approach these folks. But if, say, and I don't want to say always, because I know it's not always, but hypothetically, to use this as an example, is if even half the time a call is coming in because someone just pulled out a gun for a second, as opposed to waving it around or,
sure, right,
something along those lines. Now, upon my arrival, the dispatch card is already kind of solved it for me, right?
It is definitely a handicap for officers. I don't think it's a bad tool, but I don't know.
Yeah, I don't want to say the tool needs to go away, but the abundance is just too much. Think about the marshal's office. When I wake up in the morning and I pull out my gun just to double check it, there's a fucking...
Oh, we get a call.
Yeah. It's too cooked. Like, brother, like someone saw a gun for a fraction of a second and they're calling in. No. But now, like, if someone, like, if our, like, like we're walking around with it, right?
Oh, and I'm ready
and
to
I decide to point it. Maybe then the call comes in. It's at least substantial,
Not just. Oh fuck! I dropped my pistol. Let me pick it back up. Really quick.
Exactly. And what it's done is, because there's so many of these, from a psychological level, because I see it. It's hard. Is now there's so much.
I see.
Everything we do is, I'm gonna go. Oh, there's a card. Click, drive to the location. Hey, people over here. What the fuck are you doing? What the fuck is going on over? Whoa. And now all of a sudden this scene that may not have been even what the call's about is now overtly escalated, right? And now they're running. And that's PD work now.
I mean, that is also down to the cop that's handling the situation, right? Like, they shouldn't go into a scene immediately doing that. If they see someone holding a weapon, right? If I, for example, if I get a deadly weapon call and I'm doing patrol, I get a deadly weapon call at Senior Buns, and I go into Senior Buns, I don't see any weapons. I'm going to ask around, make sure everyone's okay, something's going on, right? But it's also up to the officer to realize maybe don't do that. But
when a bunch of Zoomers, right, join the police force, And they're just going to look at it like a fucking mobile game. They're going to see the thing. They're going to go to the thing. And they know that for them, because if they want a chase, they're literally just going to escalate it. Right?
That's bad policing. And they should
No,
be fired,
I agree. I wholeheartedly agree. But it's kind of like, you know, when it's the dopamine problem. It's
very possible.
You shouldn't, but you know you can do it and get away with it. And when enough of it takes place, and because these calls are so frequent, and it's just like these are cues. I'm gonna cue into the fight in progress. How many of those do you think people go to and like, hey, is someone fighting here?
I've done that before. I've gone through and had conversations.
Yeah, but Sparks, don't use your experience because you know what you're doing, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
I am too kind. You are correct. I tried to think
that ain't what motherfuckers are doing. I mean, look, I'm gonna go back to the Dante thing. There was a 13 alpha on Dante's body, and people still broke off Sparks. Holy fuck!
Wait, what?
Yeah, it was on his body.
Wait, what?
And Steve's heli in the air, and people were like, "I don't know what happened." Veronica's like, "He has no pulse," and people were like, "On radio, there's like, I don't know what to do." Oh wait. Steve's in the air? Oh, Helen Highwater and someone else in Dullahan's is on the scene? What do we do? Why? Like, detain them?
That. You can't do that. Because then Springfield said, welcome to being assistant director. If anything happens tonight, you can't do that. I don't want that responsibility. I don't want to be the director. Please don't. And if you're going to do that, do some super crime that makes you, like, super cool and shit. I don't know. I don't know how to help when it comes to the police force and them feeling burnt out or upset. Or... I mean, if it ends up being trimming the fat, then it's trimming the fat. But part of that is a concern where that just demoralizes the people thinking that they're going to be terminated or removed because of a simple mistake. So if and when you do that, director, I caution you to make sure it's very clear that this is a pattern of mistakes. This is something that happened.
I'm a strong believer in resolving things that is systemic. You know, gotta solve it at the root. You know what I mean? Otherwise, it's gonna be pruning.
I suppose.
Yeah. All right.
Well, hopefully we can solve that a little better. At least we can try. I don't think there's anything else for us to discuss, though. I think we've pretty much caught up, basically. So we're just waiting for the DOJ to get back to us concerning the pier or the dock situation, and then
Oh. All right. Well, I'm gonna start.
Unless you have anything else for me, director.
No, I'm gonna get out of here. I gotta.
What is your opinion on me having a ride along from Babylon for simple patrol calls?